Hey, Lokelani.
What's on your mind, Kaimi?
I haven't seen many people around here.
Yeah, the island's population has been reduced to just a few friends of mine. And this guy dressed like a monk who arrived last night. Plus me and the military guys, as you've observed.
Tell me about that guy who looks like a monk.
He must have gotten here last night, after I closed up. He hasn't budged all morning, and didn't even notice when I went to say hi. Maybe he's deaf, like my ex.
Why didn't they evacuate you and your friends?
They let me stay a few days longer. Colonel's orders. I don't know why, though. And my two friends stayed because Knife took Kai for a ride in his motorboat, so the military guys didn't find them till they got back.
Talk to me about your friend Kai.
The poor thing lost his leg to a shark, but he's still the best surfer Mala Island has ever seen. And he comes from a long line of amazing witch doctors. His grandfather, the last kahuna in the family saga, even had his own TV show.
Tell me about Knife.
He goes for the heart-stopping excitement, but he's fickle. Every once in a while, he gets obsessed with a new hobby. Right now, it's surfing, and that's all he thinks about. Lately, the waves around here have been smaller than in a kiddie pool, so he spends the day island hopping in his speedboat in search of killer waves. Oh, and then there's Koala, his son, but you'd better just meet him for yourself.
Do you get along with the military guys here on the island?
That first night, they all came here to get sloshed, but then I think the colonel forbid them to return. Now he comes alone.
When did they get here?
About 3 days ago. They evacuated everyone, declared a state of emergency, and set up camp at the Tiki Temple ruins. Rumor has it there was some deadly virus running rampant, but I think the soldiers are being paid off by real estate speculators. They'll end up developing the island into a huge golf course for bored old moneybags, like my ex.
Do you know the man in charge of the troops?
The colonel? Yeah, he looks a lot like my ex, but with half the looks and twice the wrinkles. And he doesn't have that hot criminal look, of course.
I didn't know you liked older men.
It's not that I have anything for them. The only difference is on the surface, really. Inside, all men are equally childish, no matter what their age. But don't worry, most of us women like children.
After talking with him, it sounds like you got him sailing the Love Boat.
Love boat? Well, he can batten down the hatches and lower his mast, because there's no way I'm riding his love vessel. Plus, I can't stand tobacco smoke, and last night he came here smoking this big fat stogie. It gave off a hideous stench.
I don't like talking about that guy.
Don't look at me. You're the one who brought him up.
Military men bore me. I'm changing the subject.
Well, my ex-boyfriend was a military thug, and he really made me laugh.
I suppose you didn't hear any of those soldiers mention a girlfriend of mine who fell into the lake.
Well, well, a girl. And here I was thinking you didn't have a girlfriend.
No, she isn't my girlfriend.
You sure? Look straight into my eyes and tell me she's not your girlfriend. Into my eyes, Kaimi. A little bit higher. Higher. There.
Hey, look! It's a cockatoo impaled on a stake.
Talk about getting off topic.
Let's talk about something else.
All right, if that's the best you can come up with.
Could you lend me some more chalk?
I'm sorry, but I don't have any more. That penny-pinching boss of mine steals them from the local public school, and he won't steal any more until the last piece is reduced to a speck of dust.
You know, I've never ridden a bucking bronco before.
Well, unfortunately, you won't be riding this one either. It's been broken for a long time. I think the last guy to ride it was my ex.
That was Brian, for sure.
No, that was Georgios. He would saddle up and scream, "Hit it, Loki, this one's for you, baby." I would activate the button underneath the bar, and he'd buck back and forth until his perfect little behind was sore. Then I'd turn it off.
Your ex was such a lummox that he busted the bucking bronco?
No, but he came from an island where people jump onto bulls. He would hop on and start doing handstands and backflips. He said it was all a matter of balance and foresight, but it didn't seem that simple.
When did that bucking bronco stop working?
Let me calculate. Since Georgios returned to Greece, let's see. Georgios was the one before Atahualpa. Atahualpa came before Vincenzo. Vincenzo was right before Nanook. And a bit later there was Joao. Then Victor. Then Abbas, Wolf, Lars, Sean. Yeah, so I guess it was about 12 or 13 X's ago.
Tell me about that Movie Magic makeover software again.
Grease Paint Pro? Isn't it unbelievable?
What is that Grease Paint Pro thing?
It's the computer software we movie makeup artists use. You can scan a picture of the character you want to create, another of the person you're making over, and in a few seconds it gives you a range of makeup options. Along with the list of the products you'll need, the features you should accentuate or cover up. To put it simply, it's a very expensive wonder program that only big production companies can afford.
But with Grease Paint Pro alone, it's not enough, is it? I bet it's useless without your talent.
They're all essential. The computer, the talent, the scanner, the printer, and of course, the makeup products. I don't mean to brag, but I have them all. The great thing about having a computer geek as a boyfriend is that he can set up a home machine for you that's better than the ones most professionals use.
Could you use Grease Paint Pro to make me look like somebody else?
Yeah, but you'd have to bring me a picture of the person you want to look like, and one of yourself.
Why don't you take my picture? I bet you have the latest state-of-the-art digital camera.
Had is the word. That's the only trouble when your boyfriend is a professional thief.
What were we chatting about?
All you men are the same. You're so busy looking at our cleavage, you can't pay attention to what we're saying. So it makes no difference. We can talk about whatever you wish.
I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
Ah, I've reached the heart of the beast. I mean, the place where you stick coins in and the photo pops out. That won't do any good. There's the coin slot. Oh, the lights are turned off. That means the photo stand is either unplugged or, even worse, out of order. I don't see the reason for doing that. I don't think that's a good plan. It may weigh a little too much, don't you think? Normally I'd lift it right up, but I forgot to take my vitamin supplement this morning. It's a crying shame. Yeah, right. Then I don't see the sense of that right now. That makes no sense. I don't see the sense of that right now. That makes no sense. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense. That's where the coins are inserted. With that weird shape, though. I bet it works with tokens instead of regular coins. This is where the photos pop out, without a doubt. 1. Insert $5 token into slot. Bills not accepted. 2. Place heads in face holes. 3. Remain totally still while photograph is taken. 4. Surfing photo will pop out in less than 1 minute. I don't see the sense of that right now. That makes no sense. That won't do any good. That won't do any good. I don't see the sense. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. Yeah, right. Then I'll stick it in my pocket and take it home after turning it into a dining room table. I don't see the sense of that right now. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. I don't see the sense of that right now. No. I don't see the sense of that right now. That makes no sense. That won't do any good. That won't do any good. Stop messing around, man. Although, he might like a glamour shot. That won't do any good. Sure, smarty pants. I couldn't even force my pinky in there. That idea is not good. No, if I can't do it, I doubt a monkey could either. It could do with a coat of paint. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. It had never occurred to me to waste my time taking a picture like that for fun. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now.
It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. It could do with a coat of paint.
It may weigh a little too much, don't you think? Normally I'd lift it right up, but I forgot to take my vitamin supplement this morning. It's a crying shame.
It's all worn out from exposure to the water and salt. It's all worn out.
Look, what cute little eyes. He's sweet. I'm glad I kept him.
That won't do any good.
That makes no sense. Stop messing around, man. Although, he might like a glamour shot. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now.
That makes no sense.
I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now.
That won't do any good.
That doesn't sound like a bright idea to me. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now. I don't see the sense of that right now.
That won't do any good. It's a good way to hide the camera while adding to the local charm factor. He looks like he's seen better days. That won't do any good.
I don't think that's a good plan.
Yeah, maybe if I grease the knot, it'll come loose. Presto, it's untied. With all that effort to untie it, I'm not leaving it there. I'll try to win over its trust, and then maybe it'll leave me alone. Hello, my pretty. What in the world did I do to deserve such hatred? Let's drop it. It's not worth it. Hey, Lokelani.
What's on your mind, Kaimi?
What do you know about that photo stand over there?
Oh, it's just another money pit for tourists that my boss set up.
Where can I get my hands on some photo stand tokens? Do you sell them?
No, they normally sell them in the souvenir shop, but since it's closed, if you had a tow truck, you could lift the photo stand platform. Because lots of tourists drop coins in the cracks between them, and there they stay until my money-grubbing boss does a full sweep to gather them up.
And why isn't it working?
No, it actually works fine. It's probably just not plugged in.
I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
Yeah, let's see if Lokelani is right. Man, it's dark. Who knows what's crawling around down there? There might be a token under the boards, but it's pitch black underneath.
There was nothing as far as my arm could stretch anyway. Try to get the long-tailed troublemaker to go under there, grab a token, and give it to me? That would rank #1 on any list of outlandish ideas. But in my particular case, I've done nuttier things, and they've worked out in the end. Knowing that lemur's nasty ways, I doubt this'll work. But times are desperate. Come on, little guy. Bring a pretty token to nice old Uncle Brian. That's it, you lovable furball. In you go. I wonder if he's actually following my instructions or lunching on sand crabs. Hello? Good primate. Hey, wait! More whiskey, you sauced little scamp? No? What now? Beer. This is insane! I'm enslaved to a boozed-up simian. He's pretty darn good at drawing, though. Well, I guess I have no choice but to find my alcoholic lemur a brewski.
Lokelani, I wanted to ask you for something.
Oh, sorry. I must be the worst waitress in the Pacific. What can I do for you, Kaimi?
No, I didn't mean that. I just wanted to chat with you. I've been walking around in the sun for so long, I'm parched. Give me a beer, please.
Sure thing. That'll be $2.
Well, the truth is, I don't have a cent on me, but I'll pay you back. You can trust me.
Sorry, my boss doesn't let customers run a tab, and I don't trust men that much. While we're on that topic, there's something I wanted to mention.
I'm listening.
Here's the thing. I get the impression that you never listen to me when I'm talking to you. and it really bums me out.
But do you think I would have spent so much time with you if I didn't like hearing you describe the island, your work, your boyfriends?
That's easy to say, but I need you to demonstrate it. I've got it. I'll ask you a few questions about my ex-boyfriends, and if you're right, I'll give you a beer on the house.
Well, so far I haven't really gotten their names straight, I admit. Plus, you might ask me about a boyfriend you've never mentioned.
That must mean we need more quality time together. Ready?
If I must.
I had a Central European boyfriend who bears a great resemblance to the Colonel. What was his name? Kaimi?
Milo?
Well, alright, but that one was a cinch. I also went out with a Polynesian dude. His name was...
Lopati.
Not bad. Now let's see if you can remember which of my exes was of Indian origin.
Tiru.
Very good. Now for the last one. Which of my ex-boyfriends had the same name as you?
That one I know. Brian.
Now, did you think I'd make it that easy? I want his last name.
That's not fair. Plus, I'm sure you never mentioned it.
Well, of course I mentioned it, silly.
I swear you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
All right, stop it. I mentioned it, period. If you don't remember, that's your problem. Spit it out.
Russell.
Oh, Kaimi. Finally a guy who knows how to listen to a girl. Come here, you've earned a free beer. Though I don't know if I have any left after Kai and Knife's daily 7-beer brunch.
Brian!
Oh, you're in luck. There's one left.
Thanks, Lokilani. It is truly ice cold. If that deadbeat monkey gets a sore throat, I hope nobody blames me.
Are you alright, Kaimi? You look like you're out of it.
Me? Not at all. I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
Little demon, look what your slave brought. I hope he doesn't pass out down there. Little demon? Why, you... That's better. It's so much easier to get tokens back on Coney Island. Well, kid, nice to have met you, but I think it's time to go our separate... Oh, jeez, he's hitting the bottle again. Where would he end up if I wasn't taking care of him? I'll try to find that cove Lokilani told me about. Maybe her friends can help me out. Well, unless I'm lost, this must be them. And I'm willing to bet the guy with the surfboard is Knife. I'm gonna go check it out. Hey, you're Knife, right?
Sure am, mate. Have we met?
Actually, I haven't, but I've heard about you.
Gnarly, mate. My fame back at the University of California remains. I'm not surprised, though. After so many years trying to finish school, even the professors know me.
No, Lonnie's the one who mentioned you.
Lonnie's one hot babe, eh? She's like totally from my bones, mate. But don't tell Kai or he'll go aggro.
Okay. Hey, I haven't introduced myself. My name is...
I heard that, bro. You just told Brian that Lonnie thinks you're the kind. And no one's gonna swallow that, bro.
He is like totally full of himself sometimes. He thinks the fact that some shark chowed down on his paw is enough to impress a Betty like... Wait, what did Lonnie say about me?
Not much. She just said you're crazy about surfing.
How could I not? I was born in Byron Bay.
Where?
Byron Bay, in Australia, mate. The place with the bitchinest airs on the planet, buddy boy. Thing is, when I was a kid, I didn't like surfing. I was all into underwater diving. California's where I got all hyped on surfing, but crikey, over there in Cali, it's majorly packed. You know you gotta reserve a wave at least 2 days in advance?
No, I didn't. Hard to believe.
I'm telling you, and don't think that means you get to ride it alone. Nah, they rent it out to so many mates at once you feel like you're surfing in a public toilet.
So of course you decided to come here for the peace and quiet.
For Kai, too. When I was a freshman in Surf and Sciences, I saw him do a demo and a video. And it was so gnarly that I dropped out of college to become his student. Kai rules, mate. People say he's a bum just because he spends 16 hours a day resting. But all the masters have to meditate.
I guess that video was recorded before he lost his leg, right?
Negative, mate. The most awesome thing is that his mastery's greater with that iron leg than most people with... Hey, you're not trying to get him to give you classes, are you?
Don't worry, surfing's not my thing.
You're not into surfing? Whoa, what's up with that? I knew there were some freaks out there, but... So, what brings you to Muller then?
Before, you said you studied surfing at the university.
Full on, mate. Since people spent all day on the beach and the classrooms were empty, the uni decided to dream up some more interesting majors and the students were majorly stoked. It was mythical, mate. I, for instance, signed up for 14 different majors. From skating sciences to applied Tai Chi, plus adventure sports theory and practicum and California punk aesthetics. I didn't go to class much, but it was cool to say your major was one of those rad subjects.
Lonnie told me you have a motorboat.
Lonnie's a sweet babe, ain't she? So what about the motorboat?
I think he used the motorboat to look for waves on the nearby islands.
No, that was before. The guys in green told me they'll whip out their guns and shoot me if I use it. They must hate surfing so much that one of them says he wants to fly over the beach in a helicopter while I'm surfing and use me for target practice. People are just totally wacko.
Could I borrow your motorboat?
My regrets, mate. If those army thugs catch you, they'll rough you up and leave me boatless. Then forget looking for waves, cars, classes, and everything surfing means. Plus, just this morning I tuned it up, and I don't want you screwing it up.
What does everything surfing means stand for, if I may ask?
Mate, surfing is a philosophy of life. On the one hand, it forces you to let yourself get carried away by the currents of nature. And on the other, it makes you control the situation so you won't wipe out. To achieve that, which is the essence of surfing, you just need 2 things: balance and foresight. 3 days, mate. 3 days without riding a wave.
Balance and... Hold on a minute, Knife. We'll talk later.
All right, mate. You're in charge. Hey, do me a favor. Don't go into my hut, 'cause my kid's in there flipping out with a console I picked up while we were having breakfast at Lonnie's. And now that he's quiet for once, we better just leave him alone, in case he decides to come out and ruin this peaceful moment.
Balance and foresight. Those are the exact words Lonnie used when she mentioned the bucking bronco. If I can convince him that he can practice surfing on it, then maybe he'll lend me his motorboat. The bad thing is that Lonnie says it hasn't been working for a long time. Perfect Complexion Ink talcum powder. It may be of use. I don't know why they say talcum powder smells like babies. To me, it smells like talcum powder. Sure, I doubt Knife would mind. It's a good rope. Seems strong. According to Knife, his little offspring is inside. It's hard to imagine 3 people living in there. Something happened before, and I just don't get it. While I was talking with Knife, Kai called me by my name, but I'd swear I'd never mentioned it. I'll go ask him about it. Excuse me for bothering you, Kai,
Aloha, Brian.
but how do you know my name?
You mean you never mentioned it?
Not as I remember.
Well, I must have heard it around town, brah.
That's funny, because I just got to this island.
Welcome then. Do you plan on sticking around, brah?
No way. I'm just passing through. Or more like I just dropped in by chance.
No, stay as long as you want, brah. I like it when you Malihini come to live here. As long as you don't make noise and you let me meditate in peace. There's fewer and fewer of us who speak Hawaiian though, and it's sad to see the traditions disappear. I bet you don't even know that Mala, the name of the island, means garden.
I'd love to learn Hawaiian, but I have no time to waste.
Hang loose, brah. Nothing in life is worth running away. First you have to ask yourself about the mana'o and things. What they truly mean. And the best way to do that is to lay down and take a load off for a while.
Darn, the main reason I came was to ask you a few questions.
Whatever you want, brah.
Do you know if there's any way into the military camp without being seen?
Not a one, brah. Those soldiers are as wa'awa'iki as they seem. They set up around the Tiki Temple, and that place is practically impenetrable.
I've heard you're a surfing hero, even though you're missing a leg.
No big deal, brah. People who don't think exaggerate all the time. Lots of talking, lots of hurrying, and little meditating. People should spend more time lying in a hammock. Plus, if that shark hadn't gnawed my leg off, nobody would talk about me.
It must be hard to live with a prosthetic leg.
Maybe at first, until you find someone missing the opposite leg who has the same taste in shoes as you. So just imagine, I'm saving a fortune.
What a faux pas, that shark mess.
Not as much as you'd think. Since then, I look at things from a much calmer perspective. And I appreciate certain things I wasn't interested in before. I got my parents' house back and moved into it. I took Knife in as a student to convey my knowledge to him, and I started to study my own island, its past, its animal life, its customs, but mainly it helped me discover my true calling, meditating.
I'm curious about your peg leg.
It's a leg made of flexible black metal, especially for athletes. But I don't think you can see it, brah. Knife's kid Koala stole it from me this morning. The little rugrat was playing with the sand, and I guess he used it as a shovel. Who knows where he hid it?
Getting back to what we were discussing, according to Lokelani, your grandpa was a witch doctor.
Nani Koki, Lokelani, huh? Yeah, my grandpa and my great-grandpa before him was the island's official kahuna and official witch doctor of the poultry god. His specialty was bringing poultry shop chickens back to life.
Is it true that if a bird dropped dead, your grandpa could revive it?
That was his specialty as a kahuna. He was called Kini Papa Moa, which means something like King of the Sick Poultry. He was so famous they showed him on TV around the world, until the National Bird Lovers Association denounced mistreatment of our fine feathered friends, and he was never allowed to revive a bird again. Then he started learning Reiki to use as a hangover remedy, but he never seemed to be very good at it. Maybe it's 'cause he only had one hand.
I guess you must know a thing or two about witch doctoring.
My grandfather would always take me to his Hawaii, his ritual hut, which is where he would teach me everything a good kahuna should know. Sharks are the spirits of our ancestors. To revive a bird, add a bit of this and a dash of that. Do this, do that.
So, your great-grandpa was a witch doctor too?
Yeah, brah, they say he was a specialist in hearing the future through the sound of waves. Though I've also heard he was born without one of his ears.
What does Nani Koki mean, referring to Lokelani?
Pretty much the same as Hilu Hilu. But Lokelani is much more than that. You gotta admit that Kio has turned into one real huilau. I'm just saying that 'cause that nice fat manu she has, and that incredibly uli pair of pekekeu. Get my mind to think of nothing but Lele, Lele, and more Lele.
I'm not sure, but that sounded a bit gross.
Why? It's just that the girl has turned into a true pet fanatic, which is just 'cause of that big fat parrot she has. With that incredibly wide pair of wings that get my mind to think of nothing but flying, flying, and more flying. What did you think I meant, bro?
Me? Nothing. But I still don't know what it means if you say Lokelani is Nani Koki.
Heck if I know. Oh yeah, I think it means the same thing as when Knife says she's a hot babe. Or something like that.
Maybe we should talk about witch doctoring some other day.
Alright, bro.
What does that word bra mean that you say so often?
I wouldn't know how to translate it, bro. Hold on, maybe Knife knows. Listen, bro.
What do you want, mate?
Hey, how would you translate bra, bro?
I don't know, mate.
Think harder, bro.
Hey, the one who speaks the Hawaiian lingo is you, mate.
Yeah, but I want to know how to say bra in your language.
No, mate, I don't know what bra means.
You sure, bro?
Don't go aggro on me, mate.
I can't stand the way that bra's always saying mate all the time. Sorry, Brian. You're just gonna have to find out then.
I'll just keep strolling around the island.
Aloha kaua, Brian. I'm just gonna keep meditating for a while.
I wish my friend Saturn were here. Sculpture is one of his passions, and I'm sure he'd like it. There's a cute little miniature-sized dock, and a motorboat which, of course, must be the one that belongs to Knife. I'll go look.
It most likely belongs to Knife. I'll take it. Knife probably won't mind. Not much in it. Wrenches and screwdrivers and things like that. But some tools is better than no tools. Hey, that might actually work. Now I just need to mix this properly, shake up the concoction a bit, make sure it's nice and compact. And presto! A real, genuine homemade piece of chalk made in the true Brian Basco style. Here you go, mister. Now we can continue our little chat. Now, where were we? A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake. Are you sure you haven't seen her? Very sure. Are you mute or just pretending? Long time since I used Earthling speech organs. Earthling? Don't tell me you come from another planet.
rather not say where I'd been. And what speech organs do you use then? Gills? I best with extraterrestrial ones. Are you sure you and I have never talked before? Lately, I only use telepathy. Boggles the mind, huh? Where have I heard that phrase before? Wait a sec. Boggles the mind. Hey, I got it! You're Joshua!
Of course, Joshua Nakayama Smith, to be precise. I know you.
Hey, but you can talk. Why didn't you before now?
My cocoa thoughts must adapt to earthling atmosphere. So long since I talk, I hardly remember. However, I hear my name and I remember how to talk.
Don't you remember me? I'm Brian.
Brian. The famous ufologies.
No, I'm Brian.
Brian Scullery, that retarded anti-UFO moron.
No, Brian Basco. Don't you remember me?
I don't know. You score, you not Scullery? Cause you look like really retarded moron.
Sure, Joshua. Hey, about those extraterrestrials and telepathy, that was just your imagination, right?
I knew it. Typical skeptical lies from moron like Scullery.
Give it up already. That's not me. You and I are pals.
Oh, yeah? I don't know if I believe you.
I remember you were great with your hands. Could you help me fix a bucking bronco?
You brought a problem, Scullery? I not give you water in desert.
Give me a full explanation about this other planet now.
As if I were going to explain it to you, you moron.
I'll help you get in contact with the extraterrestrials.
Oh, yeah? Tell me how.
I met you in a crater near Douglasville. I remember your name means liberation.
Big deal. Anyone could know that.
I helped you fix your contacting machine with a bicycle chain and a 10-gauge wrench.
Yeah, I think I remember you. You sure that was you?
You had a telepathic helmet to communicate with UFOs and that kind of stuff.
It's true. Whatever happened to it?
I figured out the musical password which, according to you, opened the dimensional gateway. Then you rose into the sky wrapped in a halo of light and said, "You don't know how much love I'm taking with me, Brian."
Oh yeah, now I remember everything. Oh, but you look so different, Brian. I remember you much less debonair and a bit more geeky. So tell me, what do you want to know, my friend?
I remember you were great with your hands. Could you help me fix a bucking bronco?
I'm really sorry, Brian, but I gotta leave as soon as the boat arrives from Honolulu. I have to accomplish my mission.
Give me a full explanation about this other planet now.
I probably shouldn't explain it to you, but I guess I wouldn't have gotten there without your help. The Trantorians abducted me and took me to their planet where they opened my mind, sublimated my spirit, and taught me to communicate by telepathy. without using my contacting helmet. My preliminary attempts, more than telepathic, seemed as telepathic as the summertime TV schedule. But now I have a good command of the skill.
I don't believe in telepathy too much, but you could do a little demo.
Prepare me some wine tasting with cheese and crackers. Isn't that what you were going to say?
Well, not exactly, but you might say you were right. That telepathy gimmick is just a trick to get gullible people to give you their money.
This is just a shtick to get more people to say you're funny. Isn't that what you were thinking?
Basically, yes. But I think so quietly that you must not have heard me right. If you're so good at telepathy, you must be the envy of gamblers and politicians.
You must see the entrails of lawyers and beauticians. Ha! 100 points for Joshua!
I'm not criticizing you, but let's leave it at 50. Joshua, I don't like it when people guess my thoughts.
Dracula, I won't bite their wounds when they are gushing. I am such a good telepathographer. Alpha would be so proud of me.
Yes, Joshua, you're a great mind reader. Hey, Joshua, getting back to what we were discussing.
Petting bags to wet our concussion. Pardon me, but you say the silliest things. Look, I'm gonna stop telepathizing with you. You're driving me nuts. Okay, changing subjects. Let's see if you can focus here.
So, why did you return to Earth?
I came along with a team of scientists from the planet Trantor on a routine mission. But it looks like things have taken a bizarre turn and, well, I'm not sure what's going on. But Alpha, the big mucky muck on the ship, has given me a mission of vital importance to mankind. Or something like that. I must find a guy named Professor Simon and deliver a message to him. I'll go out in search of him as soon as the boat gets me off this island. You could come with me, Brian.
I hope that Simon is a psychiatrist, because you need one, and a good one.
You're starting to talk like your namesake Scullery, which makes me very sad.
I need you to fix the bucking bronco. Otherwise, I can't help you.
Well, I have always been good at doing odd jobs around the house. Let's make a little trade-off. I'll help you with the Bronco, and you help me with my mission, okay?
I don't know. I may find a way out of here before the boat gets here. Yeah, if you fix the bucking bronco, I'll get you off the island and take you wherever you want.
You want me to fix this mess so some schmuck can lend you a silly old motorboat?
Yes, Joshua, that's what I said. Come on, let's see if you can fix this jalopy.
Brian, fiddling with this type of wreck is my personal forte. Don't you worry. We're treading on my main territory.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I broke the fall with my own skull. Yeah, just got a little bump on the noggin.
You think you'll be able to fix it?
I didn't break anything, but thanks.
I was talking about the Bronco.
That old antique is practically from the Wild West. But give me a while and I'll figure out why it's not bucking. For now, just find me a 10-gauge wrench and some oil to grease the machinery, 'cause it's drier than Scullery's brain.
This guy's totally obsessed with 10-gauge wrenches. I couldn't get in. Yeah, good idea. Done. Yes, I'll pull as strong as I can to see if the board gives. Here we go. I think I'll need to pump some iron at the gym if I want to break that board. Yes, that way he can climb up the trees and I can get rid of him. Just watch how riled up he gets. O'Connor, I have something for you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Oh, man. I'll have to make this a bit more obvious.
Soldier, let's see if you're as big a man as you say. Grab that rope and climb that tree, now.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, now is the time. I bet he won't notice. Mine. I sure hope O'Connor doesn't notice it's missing. Now's my chance. It has all the power I need, and then some. I'll just use it for a sec, and he probably won't notice. Well, it seems like O'Connor is none the wiser, but... That way I'll tie up all my loose ends, 'cause you never know, I may use it again. Just in time, O'Connor's coming back. I'll just be sliding back over to where I was.
Mission accomplished.
Did you hear anything strange while you were up there, soldier?
Just some vehicles off in the distance, sir. But allow me to correct you. You climb a tree to see, not to hear, sir.
All right, O'Connor, at ease.
They don't look like they weigh too much. Jeez. Looks like we're making some progress. Whoa, dude. It's too dark from up here, and my spiky hair is blocking the sunlight. I'll go down and see if there's a better view from inside. Okay, down we go. As expected, I can't see a thing, but I guess my eyes will slowly adjust. Well, it wouldn't be a basement if there were no boards leaning against the wall. It's like those trunks full of costumes you always find in attics, or old shoeboxes in garages, or mason jars with peaches and syrup in Granny's pantry. It's almost like a requirement, you know. Well, I'll swipe one of the smaller ones. Looks like they've been ruined by moisture. I'll leave them here. They're as useless as cork and would just split apart. It's running and producing power. It's probably providing electricity to everyone on the beach. It looks like a storeroom for keeping old junk. I can hardly see my hand in front of my face, but let's take a look. Oh, holy mother of... I think a sack full of sand just fell on my head or something like that. And that rod of iron I just ran into. Hey, it's a metal detector. I'm definitely holding on to that for later use. Plus, I'll avoid having it fly into my face again. Ouch, that hurt! The worst thing about these tumbles is you get struck by all the objects you're carrying, and I don't exactly walk around empty-handed. It looks like you can turn the electricity on and off for several places on the beach from here. As far as I can see, there are 6 switches for 6 specific places, plus the general circuit breaker.
Hey, what was that? Are you messing with the circuit breaker, Kaimi?
Yeah?
Well, you better turn my electricity back on, because my fan stopped and it's a scorcher today. Turn on the juice, Kaimi, or the 2 or 3 soft drinks I have left are gonna be as hot as soup.
I don't know much about electricity, but I'd say these are fuses. That idea is not good. Come on, up and away.
Look, Ilani, I wanted to ask you for something.
Oh, sorry. I must be the worst waitress in the Pacific. What can I do for you, Kaimi?
No, I didn't mean that. I just wanted to chat with you. What do you know about that photo stand over there?
Oh, it's just another money pit for...
And why isn't it?
No, it's probably...
Where can I get my...
No, if you had a tow truck, because lots, and there they stand.
I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
That is the same. It had never occurred to me to waste my time taking a picture like that for fun. It had never occurred to me to waste my time taking a picture like... Yeah, but first, look at Lonnie! Come get in a picture with me!
Okay, coming.
It'd be a waste to leave one of those face holes empty. Plus, if things don't work out, at least I'll have a photo of myself surfing in Hawaii with a majorly hot native. Gotta think of the consolation prize. Okay, she's almost here. Stick it in. Hurry, the timer's running. Well, wasn't that fun?
Sure. Hey, I'm heading back to the bar. I don't like to leave Aolani alone for long.
Looks like it came out nice. Perfect. You can tell from a mile away that those bodies are fake, but I like it anyway.
Yo. Wah, 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 wah. Ghetto, 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 wah, wah, wah.
I brought you some tools, Joshua.
Let's see if there's a 10-gauge wrench in here. Or my tooth enamel will be permanently damaged from turning bolts with my mouth. Well, there's no 10-gauge. I'll have to make do with this 6-gauge and this 4-gauge together.
カエルの歌が聞こえてくるよ。
Joshua, take this lubricant I brought you.
Okay. Oh, excellent. So where's the toast?
There is no toast. It's to grease the machinery.
Oh, yeah? All right. So, Brian, you feel like taking a ride on an automatic cow?
Don't tell me you fixed the bucking bronco.
I just finished up my little handiwork, and stop fooling yourself. It's definitely a cow. I've seen it from underneath, and I know whereof I speak.
Whatever, a cow. Yes, siree, whatever you say. But does it work?
Of course. Then let's get moving.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Professor Simon. Come on, we're in a hurry.
You'll have to wait just a tiny bit longer. I still have to run a few errands before we can leave.
Okay. I'll wait for you in my hut. Try and get the move on. Remember, you've got a whole race of aliens waiting for you to finish running your little errands.
My goodness, I'm gonna need to see a shrink if I keep talking with that nutcase. Not that I don't trust Joshua, but I'd better try it out. Loki Lonnie! Can you hit the bucking bronco button, please?
All righty, partner. Let's see how much you can take.
Man, this thing is already moving.
Now that I think about it, there aren't many cows in New York, are there?
Ha ha! Well, she's a feisty thing, isn't she? It looks like the butter I gave Joshua. Why not? It's so effective I can't believe it's not used by mechanics. There's still a nice chunk left. Hey, Loki Lenny.
What's on your mind, Kaimi?
Tell me about that movie magic makeover software again.
Grease Paint Pro? Isn't it unbelievable?
What is that Grease Paint Pro thing?
It's the computer software we movie makeup artists use. You can scan a picture of the character you want to create, another of the person you're making over, and in a few seconds it gives you a range of makeup options. Along with the list of the products you'll need, the features you should accentuate or cover up. To put it simply, it's a very expensive wonder program that only big production companies can afford.
But with Grease Paint Pro alone, it's not enough, is it? I bet it's useless without your talent.
They're all essential. The computer, the talent, the scanner, the printer, and of course, the makeup products. I don't mean to brag, but I have them all. The great thing about having a computer geek as a boyfriend is that he can set up a home machine for you that's better than the ones most professionals use.
Could you use Grease Paint Pro to make me look like somebody else?
I already told you I would, Kaimi, but you have to bring me a picture of you and another of the person you want to look like.
What were we chatting about?
All you men are the same. You're so busy looking at our cleavage, you can't pay attention to what we're saying. So it makes no difference. We can talk about whatever you wish.
I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
Here you go, Loki Lonnie. The first of the photos you asked me for.
I'm afraid you made the trip for nothing. Until I have them both, I can't start to work my makeup magic.
Don't worry, I'll have the other one in a jiffy.
Yes, Kaimi. I'll wait for you here.
Look, Ilani, look at this. See? I brought you the other one in no time.
Dude, you never cease to impress me. Well, anyway, I'm going to my hut to scan the pics. Depending on what Grease Paint Pro says, I'll know whether I have everything I need to do your makeover.
Should I go with you?
No, it'll just take a few minutes. You'd better stay here and keep an eye on Aolani.
All right, but first let me see if the electricity's on at your house. Like I was saying, the lever was lowered. Good thing I came. It's ready, whenever you want.
Kissy kid, who's gonna be a good boy now? Mama's only going to be a minute, so in the meantime, Aolani will play with Uncle Kaimi, won't he?
Give me another ride time, honey.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the parrot.
Cockatoo, Kaimi. It's a cockatoo.
Whew. Finally, some peace and quiet. Maybe I'll have myself a drink. And despite what Lokelani said, I'm sure there's some beer. Come, hey! Can't I mention the word beer without having a drunken lemur ruin my day? Now I'll have to go find that parrot before local. Oh no, she's coming back already. Can't let her see me. Oh man, where can I hide?
That was a close one. And now I have to go hunt down a foul-mouthed parrot. It's the only way to keep Lokelani from hating me forever. Which is not what I want.
Kaimi, where were you?
Crap. She's gonna make me walk the plank.
Hi, Lokelani.
What's up? Should we head for my hut?
It wasn't my fault that... Huh?
I said I have everything ready for your makeover. Plus, I brought you a gift. Here.
Wow. Is that what I'm gonna look like? You are one full-on artist. And you didn't even get mad about what happened to Aolani. You're amazing.
Aolani? What's the matter with my cute little... Hey, where's Aolani? My poor little birdie. Where in the world could he be?
So, should we start heading for your hut then?
I hope you have an explanation for this.
Yeah, well, where to begin? You see, suddenly like 10 or 20 drunken lemurs showed up. So I jumped onto the bar, brandishing a bottle of scotch, and warned them, "Back, you filthy beasts, or you'll get a taste of my jagged-edged bottle." Then they said, "Blast it, this roguish fiend must be selling his grog for a hefty sum." I started swinging and hitting left and right until... By pushing back the invading hordes to the confines of the jungle, I finally managed to safeguard your fine establishment. However, upon my return, Aolani had vanished. Pretty freaky, huh?
Scotch, lemurs, men. You go around promising this and that, and then a girl walks away for 2 seconds, and you just disappear and forget everything. My dear Kaimi, if you think I'm going to help you after this, then you're dumber than the rest of the members of your sex put together. Now scram, Buster. I don't want to see your face at my bar.
Brian, you idiot. Did you hear what I heard? That little weasel must be somewhere around here. Come on, I'm going after him.
I guess I deserve all this for having such an exotic, poorly mannered pet. But she should have stuck that bird to its perch with glue. Anyway, there's no use just talking about it now. I'll go look for him. Maybe if I bring him back, I can get onto Lokelani's good side again.
Come on, you've got to get that darn bird back, pronto. I'll tell O'Connor to climb up and get him. And in the meantime, I'll take the opportunity to slip the doctored photo into his book. That'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hey, O'Connor, there's a parrot up in that palm tree. Use that training of yours to get it down here, ASAP.
sir, yes, sir.
No! Poor little beast, you killed it! Oh, man. I better hide the carcass quick before Lokilani sees it. Lucky thing my pockets are huge and I can keep Aolani far from Little Demon. Everyone knows how wild animals can get after a long siesta. It's strange, though. I didn't see any blood or a bullet hole.
Of course not, sir. I shot 1 millimeter above its head, just enough for the speeding bullet to make it fall.
What? But it's dead as a doorknob.
Must have been the scare, sir. You didn't mention the bird had a weak heart, sir. In that case, I should have used stones, which are almost as effective, but not so frightening.
Are you pulling my leg?
Negative, sir. Do you know any man able to shoot someone with just 1 bullet from a distance of 1 kilometer in a headwind?
No.
Me neither.
Is that all? Don't you have anything else to say?
Do you need more information, sir? What about?
Just forget it. Don't try to find any hidden meaning. I didn't get that either. By the way, when I commented on killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I didn't mean it to be so literal. Anyway, at least the doctored photo is now in place. As for the bird, who knows? I guess I'll need a miracle now.